You can literally tell how long it's been since I've filmed by the state of my hair. It's grown so much, and I think this is how I'm gonna be able to judge where I am in my life based on my channel. Because I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, it was this month that my hair looked like this. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, how are you? If you are coming back, thank you. Literally, thank you so much for coming back. It's been a hot minute since I've done this, so thank you so much for keeping with my channel, even though I've been having a rough month. But it's a new month now. It is now March, and it'll be good. I promise I will be uploading regularly again, just probably not as regularly as I was. 2 videos a week was stressing me out. So it'll hopefully be back to like 1 video a week and making sure that 1 video is good as hell. So that's a thing. Also, I am trying to get to 10,000 subs by Pride Month. It would blow my mind if we could do that. That would be amazing. So that's my next goal. And as always, like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more LGBTQ+ content from this ugly mug right here. So let's get into the video. So today, not gonna be super LGBTQ+ related. It is actually my 24th birthday today. I'm hoping to get this video out as soon as possible, and I also want to let you guys know that there won't be subtitles manually put in because I'm trying to get it out as quickly as possible. I will make sure they will be an option down below, so that's where I'm at with that right now. And I'm also gonna try to keep this as uncut as possible. I don't know. I really wanted to do a video kind of documenting where I am in my life right now, and what better way than to tell you guys all of the things I wish I could tell 18-year-old me, and then also like stating what I hopefully want to do. So if future Lynn is like, oh, I wonder what I was doing or how I was, or like see how much I've improved, hopefully I can look back on this video and be like, damn, I've grown, or damn, I need to get better. So that's what I'm hoping to kind of accomplish with this video. If it gets a little depressing, I'm so sorry. I hope that this is something that, especially to my audience that is still figuring themselves out, can be like, oh, okay, like even at 24, Lynn still doesn't completely know everything about themselves, but at least know more about myself than I did when I was 18. So let's get into this. Things I wish I could tell my 18-year-old self. I think the first thing that I wish I could tell 18-year-old me would be, you're not cis. And I already knew I wasn't straight. I really but I hid it a lot. And it's only been in the past year that I've really kind of come to terms with the fact that I am not cis and I'm not straight, and I'm not going to have a life that by general society would accept me for. A lot of that came from, at 18, I didn't know. I was still really heavily into my religion at that point. I was in an environment where my parents had just gotten, or were in the process of getting, a divorce, and it was really stressful, and I was honestly being an emotional rock for my mom. I love my mother to death, I do, but in that point in time in my life, I was definitely caring more about her and making sure she was okay, because that's what I had done for most of my life. I was that child. I was the one that made sure that everyone had to be okay, that everything was emotionally stable. I felt like it was my job to do that. And I still feel like that a lot of the time, but I've gotten a little bit better. At 18, I definitely felt, I described myself often at that age as like a shell of a person. I was living life for other people. I didn't know who I was. I had just got rejected from the acting school I wanted to go to in London. I literally can't believe I actually auditioned for Lambda. I'm very proud of myself that I did that, even though I'm pretty sure that audition was trash. I felt like I had to still be there for her. I think that's another thing that I would want to tell myself, other than like, get to know yourself, or hey yo, you're not cis and you're not straight, would be do stuff that makes you happy. I've spent a lot of my life trying and failing a lot of the time doing things for other people to make them happy, going to an extreme measure of doing that because I'm like, if I do this, they'll love me. I think I had this idea that if enough people love me, that somehow it would translate into me loving myself eventually. And it took a long time for me to realize that how other people feel about me will never replace how I feel about myself. And that's something that, like, again, I've just recently started to realize, and recently been like, okay, I have to stop hating myself for things that I had no control over. And obviously working on the stuff that I did have control over, like making poor decisions about the people that I did pour love into, and trying to change people that didn't want to be. You cannot change. That's another thing. You cannot change people that do not want to change. Yeah. It's a hard lesson to learn, especially because I care so deeply about the people that I love, and I've always wanted to just make sure everyone is okay. I've realized that it's not my job to make sure everyone's okay. Even though I want them to be. All I can do is make sure that I'm there in a healthy way, and I make sure I don't overstep boundaries, and I make sure that I am able to come at them and meet them where they are, and not overstep and not try to control the situation. Because for a long time, I didn't feel like I had control of anything. But you can't have that kind of control over other people. Yeah, those are just a couple things I would tell my younger self. I think I'd also tell myself not to go to the university that I went to. That school, not my community college, but my the university I decided to go to, not all of it was a negative experience. I did meet really good people there, and the connections that I've made there are really good. But the actual environment and learning and their whole culture in that theater program was just not okay. There was so much favoritism. They had issues with racism and that kind of stuff. And there were so many times where I was just like, why, like, how come no one's doing anything about this? There was also just a lack of communication in that whole program as well. So I'd tell myself to go to a different school. I think I'd also tell myself, it's okay to not feel okay all the time. It's okay to take care of yourself. It's okay to cut people out that do not see who you are and do not add anything other than pain into your life. Because of how I was raised and the religion that I was born into and raised in, and having a people pleaser as a mother. Again, this is no fault of her own, but I was taught from such a young age that there is You have to try and help everyone, even if they're not nice to you, which is a terrible thing to learn, especially because I am the kind of person that will do anything for anyone. I tell myself not to get taken advantage of. I think the tweet, I did a tweet the other day that was like, don't mistake my niceness for innocence. And I am definitely going to be living by that a whole lot more. I also think at 18, I just didn't understand the world at all because of the bubble that I had grown up in. I was raised Mormon, I was homeschooled. I didn't understand, and I had a very, very rose-tinted glasses to everything and everyone I met. I didn't think there were necessarily evil people in the world, or I would just assume everyone was a good person. And let me tell you, I have learned that is not the case. There are not good people in this world, and I've learned that the hard way. I also think I would tell 18-year-old me that the people that I do meet and the people that I do hang on to are going to be the most amazing human beings and are going to change my life forever. I would not be the same person if I hadn't gone to the community college that I went to and met my best friend. The amount of things that they showed me and helped me realize who I am and gave me a space to be comfortable being myself and exploring myself and saying, Lynn, it's okay to be who you are, is something I don't think I could ever repay. I don't think 18-year-old me thought that I would ever find a person that I would feel safe around like that. I didn't think that I would find people that loved me as much as I loved them. What else would I tell 18-year-old me? On a lighter note, cut your hair, change your name, stop obsessing over food and what you put in your body. This is something that I'm going to be working on because I have such an unhealthy way of viewing my body because I am non-binary. I have a love-hate relationship with this whole thing, and I don't think I've ever properly taken care of my body and properly exercised and eaten correctly since I was like 12 or 11, and that's definitely the thing that I'm hoping to work on this year. I want to develop a healthy relationship with my body, even though there are days where there are things that I can't change about it and that I'm gonna have to live with, and then there are other things that eventually I do want to change, but I just want to work on making myself feel okay in this body most of the time, because before I would exercise and eat to hurt myself and to get as thin as possible. It was never about being healthy. It was always about being as skinny as possible so no one would look at me, and no one would think that I looked feminine, which I personally don't think I do. Oh, ew, that snort was disgusting. I think those are just a couple things that I would tell 18-year-old me. I'd also say be nicer to your sibling. It's always something I can work on. Be more understanding of your parents, but that doesn't mean that they're always right. I don't know what this video is. I think I'm just rambling at this point. I think the biggest things that I really want to work on this year is just finally accepting myself. I think I've gotten to the point where I know pretty much who I am. I'd like to say I know pretty much who I am. I want to work on being healthy. I want to work on making the best decisions for myself and not caring so much about what other people think, which is really hard. I want to make myself happy, and I want to be happy. And I don't think I've ever wanted that before in my life. I think I've gotten close to wanting that, but I think while coming up to this birthday and this whole year in quarantine has just really changed how I view things. And it's given me a lot of time alone with myself, which I hate. I hate being alone with myself. But I think I've gotten more comfortable with it. And it's given me time to reflect, like I hope it has to every person. It made me realize that there's so much that needs to be done. And if I can do my best, if I can try to change this world even a little bit, at least I'm doing something. I want to help people, and I want to make a difference, and I want people to know that it's okay to be themselves, and I want people that were like me, that didn't really feel like they could be themselves, to know that they can. And if I can do like a sliver of that for someone, I would be so fucking happy. This is a weird video. I'm really sorry, you guys. I'm literally just big chilling on my 24th birthday alone. I don't want to do the whole, I should be out partying, because I never, first of all, there's a pandemic going on. Please don't be partying. Second of all, I don't really go out or do shit for my birthdays anyway, so I'm like, what would have made 24, even if there wasn't a pandemic going on, any different? I've just been thinking a lot about life and what I want to do. And I've been thinking about what I want to do with YouTube and what I want to do with my acting career and how to pursue my acting career, because I miss it. I miss acting so much, and I haven't pursued it because pandemic. But I really am hoping that now that people are getting vaccinated and the cases are going down, that I'll feel comfortable enough to like go on auditions and be on sets and do that, because I love it. I know that's what I was meant to do in my life. And specifically, I want to tell stories about the LGBTQ+ community and tell our community stories and put more representation of everything that isn't cis-het white culture out there. Yeah, this is a random, weird Lynn just talking at a camera video, and I apologize to all of you that are watching this. If you've gotten to this point, congratulations. I really want to look back on this birthday, on my 24th year, and be like, yeah, that's the year that I started doing stuff. And that's the year that I wasn't afraid, and that I worked hard on myself, and that I started getting shit done. Because a lot of my life, I haven't gotten stuff done. So yeah, that's this video. I hope you guys enjoyed whatever this is. Big rambling, so I'm sorry about that, and that there was not really a direction or reason or rhyme to this video at all. I promise my next video will be scripted, and we'll be back to what my normal stuff is. I don't know. I just really appreciate every single person who's here. I know we didn't get to the 4K goal that I had for myself, but we're so close. I think we're at like 370, not 370, oh my gosh, 3,000, wow, I can't talk. Okay, 3,750, I think, for the last time that I checked. So we're pretty gosh darn close to 4K. I really hope that I can hit the 10K mark by Pride Month, or like July, like during Pride Month, get to 10K. I would love that. I would. I want this channel to be a beautiful community. I want this channel to be where people can come and just know that they'll be okay and that they'll be respected and all of that stuff. Thank you for watching my rambling midlife crisis, I guess. I hope you enjoyed it, and your boy needs a haircut, or at the very least a trim. I love and appreciate all of you guys and all of the support that I've been getting. It literally blows my mind. I can't. And I promise that I will be making videos again consistently. And let me know in the comments what you guys want to see. I love talking about ace stuff. I love talking about non-binary stuff, but if there's any other community stuff you want to see me do, literally let me know. My next video will most likely be a reaction video, so I'll be putting up a poll on what y'all want me to react to, and that'll be a thing. So thank you for sitting through this. I'm 24. I feel old and young at the same time, and it's such a weird feeling. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video, and hopefully it'll be better than whatever this is. Bye.